Katie Malcolm, and my persuasive speech is on whether or not we should implement foreign language classes or learning foreign language at an early age, and I believe that we should. It is very important that Americans learn at least another foreign language so we can better communicate with the world and appreciate the cultures around us. Um, so I speak two languages fluently. I speak English and Spanish, and I have personally seen the benefits in my own personal life of knowing another language. So there are a couple reasons why learning a language at a young age, especially, are beneficial. And the first one is that it boosts your cognitive functions, such as thinking. So a journal by the Washington Academy of Sciences from 2020 states, being bilingual has an effect if both languages are presented at an early age, changing the way bilinguals process and react to information. So this can help us as adults to, to think in different ways. We process information a little bit differently, and helps us learn more in more quantities faster. In other words, so. From the same journal, it says also bilingual children as young as 7 months can better adjust to environmental changes, while seniors, such as older people, experience less cognitive decline. So that's a pretty good incentive, to learn different language. You age less, or age less slowly, or more slowly. Sorry. So another benefit would be workforce benefits. So we all want to land a really good job, and being bilingual and putting that on your resume can really help you be a competitive option. And once you do land that job, you actually get paid more a lot of the time. An article by the Career Builder states, on average, bilingual pay differentials range between 5 and 20% more per hour than the position's base rate, which is pretty amazing. So that's a really good motivation to learn a different language. You get paid more, you're rewarded. So the best way to learn a language is, we taught in schools, and most of the time you start in high school, or you start sometimes in college, and it should be started in a very young age, like preschool or preschool years, or elementary school years. So many studies have shown that it helps students learn more effectively, more efficiently. So an article by Award Marie says, children who study a second language are empowered by giving them the skills to effectively negotiate and impact the world around them. And I can 100% see that in my life. I am more confident communicating with more a wide range of people. And like I said before, it helps, being bilingual plays an unconscious role in thinking, and it does shift the way that you think compared to someone who does not speak one language. An article by PLOS 1 2016 states bilingual word learning advantages seen in adults may begin as early as the preschool years. So again, learning a language very early on can have lots of benefits throughout your adult years and senior years. And also, learning another language helps you appreciate the very many diverse cultures of the world. There's so many different ways to communicate around the world. You have probably thousands of languages, and learning a language really helps gain confidence in kind of just like learning about them. Instead of having to have like a translator, or you have to be feeling uncertain or uncomfortable in a new environment, knowing the language can help you better get familiar with your surroundings. And I think that's very important, because many countries like Europe, many countries in Europe have already implemented mandatory foreign languages classes at a very early age. And I think America should definitely do the same, because if we don't, we'll probably fall behind compared to them, because a lot of our citizens are not speaking more than one language, and it can hinder communication with the world in the long term. And the best way to go around implementing classes for young ages is to communicate with their government and for voting, because we really can't do anything immediately right now. It's just more about showing the government, hey, this is something we see beneficial for this country and for the future. And the best way to do that is definitely voting. Um, and yeah, so in conclusion, the most, I'm sorry, the huge benefits of learning a language, you have increased brain activity and cognitive functions. The way you're thinking more effectively um, is more effective. You get to communicate with a lot of more cultures and appreciate more cultures, and you get more money. You also land the job that you want um, in a more competitive environment, and overall, it's just a very wonderful experience, and I hope that Americans can experience that too.